All right, guys, we're back for another video. In this video, we're talking about my current training split. Got a couple comments in some of the past videos asking about my training split, so I decided instead of just answering those people individually, I just make a video about it, talk about it, explain it. Figured why not. So right now, my training split is split up into 2 weeks. There's week 1 and week 2, so I just alternate those back and forth. Train in 5 out of 7 days currently. So essentially how it works, right now my biggest focuses are bringing up my shoulders, bringing up my arms, and bringing up my back. My chest and legs are pretty good. Obviously, they can always improve. It's not that I'm not trying to improve them, but my split is set up, my training frequency is set up to target arms, shoulders, and back a little more than chest and legs, and especially triceps when it comes to the arms. So yeah, week 1, we're going to do chest, shoulders, day 1. Day 2 is back. Day 3 is arms. Then we got a rest day. Then we'll come back for shoulders and triceps, quads, and then a day off. So week 1, no hamstring training. That's one of the big differences between week 1 and week 2. For week 1, I just have a quad day, and then week 2, which I'll get into when we talk about week 2, I have a hamstring and upper back focus day. So going back to week number 1, chest, shoulders, it's essentially going to look like, I'm pretty consistent with my movements. If you guys watch my training videos, you'll see that. And that's just because I know what works for me. I've been doing this for a long time, and I brought my chest up significantly over the last couple of years. So I'm going to stick with what's been working for me because obviously my body responds to those exercises. So really quick, chest day will essentially look like some type of cable fly or pec deck, just establishing my muscle connection with the chest, warm up before I get into a press. The main movement is usually an incline Smith machine or an incline hammer strength machine, plate loaded press, depending on what gym I'm at. Then I'll do some type of incline dumbbell press, either a incline dumbbell chest fly or like a cable crossover. Sometimes I'll alternate those between week 1 and week 2. And then I'll finish off with some type of machine press, usually on like a stack machine, something I can do a drop set on, just finish off my workout, right? So that's what chest would look like in that workout. And then the shoulder component of that workout is literally just lateral raises. Obviously, you're getting a lot of front delt work with chest anyway, so I'll just throw in a few sets of lateral raises just to target my medial delts, because when it comes to shoulders, like I said, I'm trying to bring those up, so I want to hit those more than once a week, but especially the medial delt, because that's what's going to give me wider shoulders, rounder shoulders, and that's what I'm going for right now. Next workout will be back, so that's just a full back day for this week. It's going to look a little different in week 2. So yeah, not going to go through the exercises. I have lots of back days on my YouTube, but it's a full back day. We're hitting some lats, some upper back, some lower back, so covering all bases with that. From back, we're going into arms. I posted, again, plenty of arm workouts, so you guys can see how I do that. Not going to go through all the exercise on arm day, but okay, we were talking about arms. Had a little interruption there, had a food delivery. Sorry about that, but you guys know food is of the utmost importance. Don't skip your meals. Anyway, back to arm training. So arms, yeah, so I'll always train triceps first and then biceps. I'm trying to prioritize my triceps. Also, I find if you go back and forth, you're kind of training 2 opposite muscle groups, right? So think about how you train any other muscle group, like your chest, for example. Like you hit chest exercise after chest exercise after chest exercise, just different angles, different ways, flies, presses, different movements, right? I think arm training the same way. I don't want to hit triceps, then hit a bicep movement, give my triceps a break to kind of recover and lose the blood that's in the area, and then go back to a tricep movement kind of cold. I just like doing all triceps. I find it kind of tears them up a bit more. I find I just have a better workout. And also, I've gotten good results that way. But also, for me, I deal with a lot of bicep tendonitis issues, and I know a lot of people do. So I find if I put my elbow sleeves on, do all my tricep training first, then go into my bicep training, my bicep tendons are really warmed up, and it actually makes my bicep training better. Another reason, too, is that I find if my biceps get pumped and then I have to do tricep movements, it actually limits my range of motion a little bit, and I don't get the same range that I normally would on my tricep movement, so they won't be as optimal, and you won't get as good as results from them. And that's just my opinion, and that's why I set up my arm training that way. So arm training is going to be the same in both weeks. Might change out a couple exercises, but again, you guys want to go back to some of my past YouTube videos on my arm training, you can see the variety of exercises I select from. So after arms, we have an off day, and then we move into shoulders and triceps. So again, I'm prioritizing triceps. That's why we're hitting them. So in that arm day, I'll probably hit 3 or 4 movements, 2 to 3 working sets each. And on the shoulder and tricep day, I'll do my shoulders first, full shoulder workout, probably 2 different types of shoulder presses, 2 different types of lateral raises, and maybe like an upright row or a front raise or something like that. And then I'll hit 2 tricep exercises. So usually like a cable movement, a cable push down. Always do those first for triceps. Just keep it safe, warm up the elbows, warm up the triceps. And then I'll do some type of like free weight movement, like a dumbbell skull crusher or a dumbbell French press. I like those ones. So that will be shoulders and triceps, and then we'll move on to quads. So on quad day, I will do a little bit of hamstrings just at the very beginning. Maybe 2 to 3 working sets at tops, like a seated curl or line curl. Mostly just to warm up the back of the knees, and just obviously still hit a little bit of hamstrings. And then we'll move on to quad. So we're looking at like leg extension, squats, leg press, Bulgarian split squats, lunges, those types of movements just to crush the quads. And then we're going to hit an off day. So that leads us into week 2, where things we change things up a little bit. So the chest and shoulder day is going to be the exact same. We're going to hit full chest workout and then some lateral raises again. Might change up the variations of exercises a little bit. Like I said, instead of doing like an incline dumbbell fly in week 1, I'll do a cable crossover in week 2. Might switch up like the Smith press to like a machine press, just little things like that. But the idea of the movements are staying the same. And then same with the lateral raise. Might do a cable lateral raise instead of a dumbbell, or a machine instead of a dumbbell, whatever. Going into the second back workout, it's actually going to be like a lat focused workout. That's because we're hitting upper back with hamstrings later in the week. So lats are going to look like single arm pull down, single arm dumbbell rows, single arm cable rows, close grip cable rows. Any movement where the elbows are close to the sides, that's going to target like lats, lower lats. Nothing with like a wide grip that would engage like teres major or any upper back muscles. And then I still might hit some lower back, but not much, because we're doing RDLs on the hamstring and upper back day, which we're going to get into. So from lats, we go into arms. Same structure, triceps before biceps. Change up the exercises a little bit probably, but very common theme throughout. Off day, and then going into shoulders and triceps. So, yeah. Again, very similar workout to the week before. Might change up a couple movements, but the theme is the same. Still going to do 2 dumbbell presses or 2 shoulder presses. I know that works for me. My shoulders develop pretty well when I do that, so I stick to that. And yeah, pretty much the same as week 1. And then this is probably my favorite day of my whole 14-day split, I guess you could call it, is my hamstring upper back day. So I'll take you guys through this one. Pretty sure this video, there's a similar hamstring upper back workout somewhere on my YouTube channel. I should probably refresh that, put up another one soon, so I'll try to get on that. But yeah, so hamstrings upper back. We're going to start with the seated hamstring curl probably, then an RDL, which is like probably one of my favorite exercises and what I think is one of the best exercises to bring up your posterior chain, hamstrings, glutes, lower back, upper back. Just kind of depends on how you do them. But the way I do them, I can target like all of those areas. So love the RDLs. Then I'll probably move into like a wide grip T-bar row, hit some upper back, and that's because, I want to hit the hamstring curl first in that workout. Again, establish my muscle connection with the hamstrings, get a good hamstring pump, and make sure I'm safe going into the RDL so I don't potentially tear a hamstring by going really heavy, because I'm getting back up to the 400 or 500 pound range for my working sets for RDLs, which I want to do because I know that always has a good result on my posterior chain, like I said. So that's a priority to be able to do that. And then because I do get some upper back work with the RDLs, just like isometrically holding the weight, I like going into an upper back movement, like a wide grip T-bar row, something chest supported, where I can really focus on isolating my traps, rhomboids, rear delts. Then we'll probably go into, finish off the hamstrings with like a lying hamstring curl, maybe like a standing single leg curl, and then hamstrings will be fried after that. And then we'll probably get into like a wide grip seated cable row, again, like a row where my elbows are flaring out. We're going to target the upper back. And then maybe like a wide grip pull down or something like that to finish off the workout. And then we'd be an off day, and that would be it. So that would be week 1 and week 2 of my training split. So yeah, guys, I don't really have much else to say about it than that. Again, I'm doing, like, it's structured this way to allow me to, hit my shoulders more frequently, hit my arms, a bit more frequently, especially triceps, like I said. and prioritize my back as well, because being 6'2", with like a longer torso especially, my back is a little stretched out. But I've now found the exercises that work for it, and this training frequency that I know, like, it allows me to still obviously give my back more frequency, but not too much, because I'm not hitting back twice every week. I'm hitting back twice every second week. So kind of have that extra recovery time, because I know if I was hitting back, because it's such a heavy, hard day, if I was hitting that twice a week every week, it wouldn't be long before I would become overtrained. And then you're not going to get results anyway, because you're not going to be able to train hard enough. So yeah, I mean, I found this is what works for me. So hope this gave you guys some insight. Maybe some ways that you can play with your split to prioritize body parts you need to bring up, but also not overtrain them either. So it's just all about setting it up, find what volume in your workouts, what that works for you, like what intensity you need to train at. Keep all those things in mind as well, especially when setting up your training frequency, because if you train really, really hard, you could be someone who only needs to train like 4 days a week. If you really put a lot into your working sets. Some people can't do that, and it might not just because they don't have like the mental fortitude to do it. It could be because injuries or anything like that. So they might need a wider variety of exercise selection, or they might need to have more volume in the workout. So all these things need to be taken into consideration, but this is just what works for me. And the idea is if you want to try this, go ahead. I do have a lot of my clients on a similar split, because like I said, obviously it gets good results, so I don't mind assigning it to my clients. But yeah, it's something you guys can definitely try out, and it might work for you. Or you might take it, use it as a template, and adjust things as you go. That will work better for you and what you're trying to do. So again, guys, I just hope this video helps. And if you want to talk more about it, have any questions about it, drop it in the comment below. And guys, I'm always looking for ideas for YouTube videos. So drop those in the comments below too if you have any, if there's anything you want me to talk about. In the meantime, hit the like button, please, if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll catch you on the next one.